Andreas here, and today I'm diving into the latest release from Moore's Principium Est, Darkness Invisible. This opens up with a killer track, first of two must-listens for me, Of Death. The intro captures this chilling, sinister nature of when death arrives brilliantly, then swarms with a musical barrage like being swallowed up by death's dark abyss. And the chorus contains, I felt like, a bit of a reprieve from death. With its glorious melodies and subtle, radiant atmospheres and the seamless lyrics. Throughout this whole album, I love the lyrics, what Vigliano wrote. They're absolutely amazing. I love the poetry and the metaphorical messages behind these. I also felt like there was countless instrumental details, from the shredding lead and drum work to the exquisite melodies backed by epic atmosphere, and that's why Of Death is a must listen to, because collectively it has just everything in my opinion. We got grandiose atmosphere, great melodies, cool vocals and lyrics, awesome drum work, just captures everything, and I feel like that this is just an awesome opener for this album. Next song, I felt like there was a couple of things that stood out in Venator. This one felt like it was coming at you more violently, a little quicker than the rest of the album. I felt like it was heightened by some orchestrations under the chorus, kind of brought a shine to this track, and I felt like the drum boost brought a bit to the brief solo pieces, kind of creating like a battle-like setting that I got from Venator, which kind of goes hand in hand with the ferocity, the intensity, and the quickness of the track. So maybe that was kind of composed like that on purpose. But Venator is a really cool track following a more longer opening song like Of Death. Now my second must listen is Monuments. This one emulates the glory, grandeur, imposing nature of what this particular monument signifies, with its striking atmosphere, beautiful lead melodies, and grandiose assault of powerful vocals and perfectly executed drums that brings everything together, and everything comes together to create this Gloria Fortuna sort of atmosphere and dynamic. I really love what Monuments delivers. Kind of similar to Of Death in a way, but also very different, and I really like what the whole atmosphere and how it emulated the title very well, and how the lyrics came together, how we felt the lyrics kind of come alive in musically as well in Monuments. And all this majesty continues on into an epic orchestral piece, Tenebrae Latabra. This one I felt like has this heavenly presence. I loved what they created here in Moore's Principium Est. This is really dynamic. This is expanding on what I felt like they've done in the past with more instrumental pieces, but this one just conveys some of the lyrics of the next song very, very well, and kind of blends into it. It is part of the song in a music video, but not really like on the album, but it segues beautifully and seamlessly into Summoning the Dark. This, I felt like, Summoning the Dark is where revenge, savagery, and war are all forged from fierce drums, dynamic rhythms, and triumphant atmospheres. Plenty of tempo changes here and potent drum creativity that really elevated the emotions that were captured here with the lead melodies and the vocal shifts as well. So I thought like the drums did a lot to really elevate those and kind of complement the emotions that were coming alive through the guitars and Vigliano's vocal work. He has just such varying intensities that I really like. He knows how to turn it up, how to be more scowly, how to be more harsh, but still like a very audible dude, and I think he does a fantastic job of doing some varying vocal work on Summoning the Dark. Many awesome details and great hooks in The River of Avernus. Very technical and crafty, and great for somebody who wants to listen to the instrumental side of songs and of music. I love how the guitars also danced, and the constant double bass makes that atmosphere feel more palpable, and kind of leads into the chorus very nicely, because that's very captivating, and I can really feel the elegiac type of lyrics and Vigliano's vocals very well. One thing that really stood out was the interlude. This felt of like great ambience, yet marred with the several bleak notes and the lyrics that capture a very prolific visual in this. I really like this interlude. It stood out not only on The River of Avernus, but on the entire album for me. I felt like also the solo, this is my favorite solo off the album. I felt like it was like a screaming angel trying to break free of its chains, and you kind of really felt that also in the music overall and the lyrics in The River of Avernus. An aria of the Damned is a wonderful piece and is a wonderful emotional contradiction that easily captures moods of beauty, light, relief, but the despair and fear I felt overwhelms in most notes and melodies, and I feel like all this becomes even more epic in the closing track, All Life is Evil, which feels horrific and extremely dark at times because of the monstrous riffs, the intense vocals, and grinding drum work. And I felt like there was such pain and sorrow captured perfectly with the angelic performance paired with the foreboding harmonies. Those really go well together. I love the angelic performance here. Really adds quite a bit of emotion, but also really adds and heightens the overall atmosphere of this track. I feel like the lead guitar though shines a slight glimmer of light towards the end of the song, or and with the outro kind of breathing a little bit of relief and finality as we kind of close out this story of epic proportions. I really like the theme of the entire album. The lyrics, like I said, the lyrics are tremendous. They did a great job. They're so poetic and really kind of are alluring, and I felt like reading them was really captivating, almost like a novel. And then the music really complements everything extremely well. I didn't mention a couple of tracks, but because I would have been here for a long time, but don't get me wrong, the other tracks, like Beyond the Horizon, are wonderful as well. This album for me, from start to finish, top to bottom, is great. I had a couple of people mention to me how good this album is, and it might be their best, and I'm thinking I'm agreeing with them. Darkness Invisible is quite an incredible album. Definitely, shot up there for me, and probably one of my top albums of the year already for sure. So of course, all the links in the description below where you can check out Moore's Principium Est and where to get Darkness Invisible. Of course, I'm going to have the songs I've mentioned in the description below, the 2 must-listens of Death and Monuments, kind of right towards the top for you guys to check out. And I hope you guys check it out. It's a really cool album, lots of dynamic and dimension here. And if you got a band you want me to check out, let me know in the comments below or over on my Facebook. I always forget to mention that. So until next time, folks, have some heavy listening.